A few videos back, we ranked all 50 US states by the closest proximity to the most theme parks. If you haven't seen that video already, a link will be in the description. In the comment section of that video, I noticed quite a few of you guys who suggested I do the same thing, but with US cities. Obviously, cities make up every corner of the country, so to keep things fair, I'll only be including cities with metro populations of over 1 million people. I feel like this keeps the list more interesting and recognizable, but if you think I left any major city out, let me know down in the comments. With that all being said, these are the top 10 major US cities to live in for roller coasters, starting with an honorable mention. I decided to give Atlanta, Georgia a shout out since it definitely has a variety of options, but most of them require you to get in a car and drive a distance. With that being said, Six Flags Over Georgia by itself has an excellent collection of coasters, and Fun Spot's new 2022 RMC will do nothing but complement the home lineup. Otherwise, Dollywood and Carowinds range 3 to 4 hours, and if you're feeling really adventurous, Central Florida is 6.5 hours away. Now on to the actual list, starting with the place whose parks I got to for the first time last year. San Francisco, as well as the San Jose and Sacramento metro areas, are all pretty close to 4 prominent amusement parks. California's Great America has the strongest lineup in the metro area, with Gold Striker and Railblazer being the headliners. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom isn't too shabby either, boasting the fantastic RMC Joker. Then you have 2 smaller family parks in Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk and Gilroy Gardens. This isn't at all a bad place to be, though there aren't many options surrounding the area, which is why it doesn't rank higher. Heading to the Lone Star State, number 9 is San Antonio, which is the only city in Texas on this list. I feel like this one easily has the best collection of coasters and the best proximity to parks throughout the state as well. Having Six Flags Fiesta Texas in your backyard is a great start, as that park has a world-class lineup of coasters. SeaWorld San Antonio is also underrated with 5 very fun rides as well. Then Austin is only an hour away and will soon be home to Palindrome at Codaland. Let's also not forget Dallas and Houston, which are 3 to 4 hours as well, which is a lot of driving, but all it does is expand your options. At number 8 is Louisville, Kentucky. You can also pair this in with Cincinnati, Ohio, though I feel like Louisville is a slightly better location and I didn't want to have 2 cities right next to each other both on this list. Really look at your options. Kentucky Kingdom and Holiday World are both within an hour-and-a-half drive, but the kicker is Ohio to the north, which happens to be one of the best US states for roller coasters. Kings Island is just a short drive away, which is an amazing amusement park, and Cedar Point, while a lot further, is the best coaster park on the planet. This is a truly fantastic location because in all directions there seems to be something new. Along the same lines as city number 7, Columbus, Ohio. This brings you even closer to Cedar Point and Kings Island, with Holiday World and Kentucky Kingdom still in the cards. But the reason I'm putting Columbus higher despite having 0 notable coasters in the immediate area is because of Kennywood and Pittsburgh, only 3 hours away. This is a great additional option with coasters of varying intensities. At number 6 is a place that might appear to be high on this list, but really think about it because Chicago, Illinois has a stacked variety of options. Of course, Six Flags Great America is right there. That's an amazing home park with so many quality coasters. Wisconsin to the north boasts a staggering collection of wooden coasters, and none should be more than a couple hours away. Same thing could be said about Indiana Beach, Michigan's Adventure, Adventureland, Iowa, and most importantly Cedar Point in Ohio. The bustling New York City is up next, and like Chicago, I wouldn't say there's too much in the immediate area, but once you expand outwards, things become really good. Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey is just a stone's throw away, and that has some incredible roller coasters at that park. Same thing could be said about Hershey Park in Pennsylvania, not even to mention Knoebels and Dorney Park. It's also the city with the closest proximity to the New England parks on this list, which only helps their case with Six Flags in Massachusetts and lake compounds in Connecticut. At spot number 4 is Pennsylvania's biggest metropolitan city, Philadelphia. This one has very similar perks to New York City, but it is closer to the really good parks like Hershey Park and Great Adventure, which is why it's going higher. I really don't have anything else to add though, so let's move on to the top 3. Taking bronze is Baltimore, Maryland, which despite its close proximity to many theme parks is a city I really don't like, so let's hope you're in nearby Washington, D.C. instead. Both can be considered for this spot, though D.C. doesn't belong to a state, which doesn't make it any less valid, it's just that Baltimore fits the criteria a little bit better on this list. The reason this is such a prime location for roller coasters is because you are sandwiched between Pennsylvania and Virginia, both of which I'd consider to be top 10 in the country for coasters. I absolutely love their parks too, with King's Dominion in Richmond, Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, and many parks in Pennsylvania that we've already talked about. Now, ranking the top 2 is a very difficult decision since it depends on what you're looking for in a city. If you're basing things off of overall parks and theming, Orlando, Florida easily takes number 1, but since this is just about coasters, I'm deciding to put it at number 2 instead. This is the only city I've been to where you can look in any direction and see some sort of amusement right out in the distance. Orlando boasts a whopping 9 parks, though many of them, like I said, are focused on dark rides versus coasters. That isn't to say that there aren't some great roller coasters though, I'm just making a point that it's not as strong of a lineup as the number 1 spot. Plus, if Orlando isn't doing it for you, Tampa is just an hour away and contains Busch Gardens Tampa, which as of this year is one of the strongest coaster lineups out there. Just narrowly edging out the city of Orlando is the gold medal of this video, Los Angeles, California. This is a gold mine for coasters, and I'm lucky to live in San Diego just 2 hours south. The best example for coasters is Six Flags Magic Mountain, which has 20 coasters alone and arguably the second best lineup in the entire world. Knott's Berry Farm is also great and will only get better if that rumored Giga Coaster happens. SeaWorld San Diego used to be the underdog of the SeaWorld chain, but it's really picking things up with new coaster additions every few years. Then there's the infinite amount of immersive theme parks and strong family parks, rounding out an exceptional Southern California lineup. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if there's a city I missed out on or if you'd switch up any of the rankings. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe down below. Also, check out my Discord server that was created by a bunch of fans of the channel. A link will be in the description. Stay tuned for more content in the future, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, guys.